amidst the festive chill of Boxing Day, as vibrant lights twinkled alongside the usual holiday cheer. A story unfolded at Molineux, not one of joy, but of tragedy. Man United entered the match carrying a heavy burden. On the opposing bench, Ruben Amorim watched quietly, harboring hopes of a fresh start. But could he have anticipated that the minutes on the pitch would become the ultimate test, not just of tactics, but of his own patience? The fans had come seeking a gift, but what they received were bleak moments, fraught with controversy and frustration. Here, choices, decisions, and even mistakes intertwined to create a picture of chaos. What truly transpired at Molineux? Why did this match feel as though an entire reign was teetering on the brink? Both teams began cautiously, as if probing for weaknesses in the other. Man United, despite enjoying more possession, presented a pallid display. Their passing was predictable, lacking imagination and creativity, leaving them confined to midfield maneuvers without exerting any significant pressure on the Wolves' goal. Meanwhile, the home side waited patiently, defending resolutely and lurking for opportunities on the counter-attack. The first half passed in a haze of fan disappointment. If anything lingered, it was the sense that the match was desperately in need of a spark. And that turning point arrived early in the second half, when Bruno Fernandes made himself the center of attention in the worst possible way. In a relatively harmless situation, the Man United captain lunged into a challenge with Nelson Semedo. Bruno's boot connected with his compatriot's leg, sending Semedo tumbling, and referee Tony Harrington didn't hesitate to brandish a second yellow card, resulting in a red. Bruno departed the pitch in frustration, leaving a gaping hole, both tactically and emotionally. It was his third sending off of the season, an unacceptable statistic for any player, let alone a captain. Down to 10 men, Man United resembled a rudderless ship in a storm. Wolves immediately seized the advantage, intensifying their pressure. The reward came in the 58th minute. From a corner kick on the left wing, Matheus Cunha delivered a curling shot towards the far corner of the goal. The ball sailed through a crowd of players, finding the back of the net, leaving Andre Onana stunned. The Cameroonian goalkeeper was surrounded by Wolves players and completely helpless in anticipating the ball's trajectory. It was the second time in a week that Man United had conceded from a direct corner kick, a rare type of goal, yet one occurring with alarming frequency for the team. Onana's individual error was evident, but it masked the deeper chaos within the Red Devils' defensive system, where players seemed to lack the necessary coordination and organization. As the clock ticked towards the final minutes, Man United were forced to push higher in search of an equalizer. But their fragile hopes were extinguished completely in the 90+9th minute when Wolves delivered the coup de grace. Matheus Cunha, once again, left his mark. He burst through the Man United defense, faced Onana, and then cleverly slid the ball across to Hwang Hee-chan. Unmarked, the South Korean forward easily tapped the ball into the net, sealing a 2-0 victory for the home side. As the final whistle blew, Wolves celebrated their second consecutive victory under new manager Victor Pereira. Meanwhile, Ruben Amorim stood pensively on the touchline, seemingly contemplating the fragmented pieces of his squad. Another defeat saw Man United sink deeper into crisis. The match served as a further reflection of their technical and tactical issues, lack of discipline, and fragile mentality. Boxing Day, a day when Red Devil supporters might have anticipated a vibrant performance, instead descended into a nightmare with too many unanswered questions. The defeat at Molineux was an alarming sign of the multitude of problems simmering beneath the surface, threatening to consume Manchester United from within. Bruno Fernandes' form has become a significant burden. With 3 red cards in less than half a season, he has already surpassed his total career tally. His erratic mentality, rash decisions, and lack of composure are transforming him from an expected leader into a symbol of the team's internal turmoil. Bruno's loss of control at Molineux not only weakened the team's structure, but also severely impacted overall morale. Even more concerning is the team's defensive fragility on set pieces, conceding over 10 goals from deadball situations this season. Man United's defense resembles a fortress built on sand. Individual errors, such as those by Andre Onana, are merely the tip of the iceberg. The lack of coordination and organization among the defenders is the root of the problem. Every opposition corner kick or free kick now looms as a recurring nightmare, while the defense crumbles. The attack struggles to create breakthroughs. The disconnection between the lines and Man United's build-up play makes them predictable and lifeless. All of this instability raises questions about Ruben Amorim's management. His decision to exclude Marcus Rashford from the squad sparked controversy, particularly given Man United's lack of attacking sharpness. Amorim's rotation policy and tactical approach appear ill-suited to the intensely competitive environment of the Premier League. With all these issues, Manchester United seems to be losing not just on the pitch, but also in the tactical battle, in the dressing room, and in the hearts of its fans. The challenges facing Ruben Amorim at Manchester United are exceeding initial expectations. The team's poor performance under his leadership is undeniable. In just over a month, Man United has lost more games than during Erik ten Hag's entire tenure before his dismissal. The struggle to transition from a system built on security to a more adventurous attacking style has left the team lost. Each match resembles a struggle, where new tactical ideas haven't taken root, while old problems continually resurface. Following the Wolves' defeat, Amorim appeared before the media with a calm yet heavy-hearted demeanor. "We have to survive and use the time to work," he stated, emphasizing that current events were merely the beginning of a long journey. However, the question remains, is time still on his side? With a demanding schedule looming, featuring Newcastle United, Liverpool, and a host of formidable opponents in January, each misstep will carry an increasingly heavy price. The team needs not only points to improve their league standing, but also convincing performances to regain the fans' trust. While Amorim has reason to call for patience, the immense pressure of managing a club like Man United allows little room for further error. This journey is a battle on the pitch, a psychological struggle with himself, and against those waiting for him to fail. Ruben Amorim and Manchester United are at a crossroads. To change the current trajectory, the first task is to solidify the defense, especially on set pieces. Intensive training sessions are needed to improve aerial prowess and reorganize the defensive system. Beyond patching up the defense, Amorim needs to reconstruct the team's tactics to create a balance between attack and defense. Marcus Rashford arguably deserves more opportunities to reaffirm his value. Experienced and strong personalities will be crucial in providing emotional support to a fragile squad. Equally important, the winter transfer window represents a chance for Man United to acquire necessary reinforcements. A reliable center-back and a creative player capable of sharing the burden with Bruno Fernandes are top priorities. This isn't just about squad building. It's Amorim's last chance to salvage the season and reshape Manchester United's future. Manchester United is teetering on the brink of a full-blown crisis. From consecutive defeats and a fragile defense to a lifeless playing style and declining team morale, everything is contributing to the erosion of the proud Red Devils image. Faced with adversity, the fans need patience to support the team through this dark period. Simultaneously, the club itself, from the management to each individual player, must demonstrate a commitment and desire for change. The current decline could be a catalyst for a stronger resurgence, but it could also be a slippery slope to oblivion if not addressed decisively. The Boxing Day nightmare, therefore, could be the turning point for a necessary revolution or forever remembered as a dark chapter in Manchester United's illustrious history. The decision rests firmly in their hands.